A man convicted of sexually abusing two children was back in front of an immigration judge after a 4-year wait.
This is a case KMBC9 Investigates is following closely. Our Andy Alcock joins us after digging through Josue Arita's history with the criminal justice and immigration systems. Andy.
Chris, today an immigration judge gave Arita 3 weeks to hire an attorney or represent himself to explain why he should stay in the country. Arita was first arrested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, in 2012, more than a decade ago. Despite several more arrests, he's still in the country. Josue Arita is currently being held at the Chase County Jail in Cottonwood Falls, Kansas on an ICE detainer. According to ICE, Arita is from Guatemala and illegally entered the U.S. somewhere along the southern border in 2006. 6 years later, in 2012, Arita was arrested in Kansas City, Kansas for domestic battery and destruction of city property, both misdemeanors. Law enforcement notified ICE, who arrested Arita. He was then released on bond with a notice to appear in immigration court.
2012, an 11-year-old case. Is it uncommon? Yes. Is it unheard of? Absolutely not. I have cases that old or older.
Attorney Michael Sharma Crawford says there's currently a backlog of roughly 2 million immigration cases nationwide. That backlog includes Arita's case. According to Wyandotte County records, Arita was arrested several more times after 2012. In 2014, he was charged with disorderly conduct and obstructing a law enforcement officer. In 2018, he was arrested for DUI. According to a Wyandotte County Sheriff's Department spokesman, ICE was notified of those additional misdemeanor arrests through the National Crime Information Center, or NCIC. But ICE did not issue an immigration detainer to have Arita deported. An ICE spokesperson confirms the agency was notified. A 2014 Obama administration executive action dealing with immigration accountability states one goal was to, quote, prioritize deporting felons. Arita's arrests were all misdemeanors. Sharma Crawford declined to comment on Arita's specific case, but noted there are systematic problems.
That lack of communication, that lack of coordination is leaving us in this mess.
About 3 weeks after the 2018 DUI arrest, Arita was taken into custody for felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and aggravated domestic battery. This time, ICE did put a detainer on Arita with the Wyandotte County Sheriff's Department to potentially deport him.
People, if they're going to act in a criminal manner, will continue to act in a criminal manner. And depending on what they do, ICE may or may not come and arrest them.
ICE records show in July 2019, an immigration judge gave Arita the option to voluntarily leave the U.S. or be deported. Arita appealed that decision, keeping him in the U.S. Less than 2 months later, he was arrested on multiple sex charges involving 2 young children.
That trauma can last a lifetime if it's not treated and treated appropriately. It can happen in the moment, and they can come up as at different stages of life. As we first reported in June, the Kansas Court of Appeals overturned Arita's conviction in the child sex abuse case due to a charging error by the Wyandotte County District Attorney's Office. With that conviction overturned, Arita was released from the Hutchinson Detention Center in Kansas in July. 4 years after his immigration court appeal was filed and we started asking questions, Arita finally reappeared before an immigration judge. Sharma Crawford, who's been practicing immigration law for decades, says the system is broken, but Congress could fix it.
That's going to require that the parties come together, recognize the benefit of the United States, and act accordingly.
Are you optimistic that's going to happen?
I'm not a betting man.
Sharma Crawford tells us the current immigration system is based largely on 70 and 30-year-old law. He also says due to a backlog of about 36,000 cases in Kansas City alone, the first trial date available for newly filed immigration cases is around 2026. Laura?
All right, Andy. Arita's status in the country is still on hold. After today's hearing, an immigration judge is still deciding on next steps.